Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I thought it'd be sort of about time that I do another workshop. I've been sort of threatening to do that for a few weeks now. And the one thing I wanted to cover today was how to join my Discord channel for those people who might consider coming on and joining the party line for when we do our live streams. The live streams now are fairly regular in our program, so I thought, well, give people a chance to come on. I'm only offering an option to come on a voice channel as opposed to other channels that are doing the multi-video. Again, just a bit of a difference, and again, sort of sometimes that people just don't want to be on camera. They like to talk, but don't really want to be featured as a talking face. It's up to personal opinions, personal differences. It's all that. That's all it's all about. I'm not sort of too fussed about it, but as I said, some people just have sort of said that they want to come on. We do this quite often when we're gaming, so gaming channels will always sort of well, not every gaming channel, but a lot of gaming channels that are doing gaming live stream do offer a sort of a voice channel for people to join in the game and feature in that game process, where it's not really required to have a face on the video. So let's, without going too much further into it, let's move on to the program. Okay, so let's have a look at it this way. Now, in the description box that you'll find on the live streaming, what you'll find down in the bottom is a link to our Discord channel. Discord can be run either as a web browser app, such as like in this case here Firefox, or it can be done as an application that you run on your computer. Now I'll quickly just show you what it looks like on the computer for the actual app. Let's just move that across to the screen. I won't go into that too much detail. This is this is my channel. This is the app itself. Now I'm not going to go into sort of too much detail on this. Everybody's channels are different. These are all the channels, or channels is probably the best word. These are all the channels that I'm subscribed to on my account. The one we're talking about here today is the Callisto Liberation Front. At some stage I might explain why Callisto Liberation Front is the name of the channel, but for today it's not relevant. Other channels, this is the channel that another channel I use quite often. This is the Dark Horizons channel. This is where Seeker and the others, when we game and we hang out here. There's a few other. This is my Eve channel. This is Tokyo Drew's channel. This is the Redundant Gaming, which is another gaming channel. No, I'm not going to go into each one of them. They all have specific purposes, and I also have a private one there, which is for our Patreon members, where they can reach out to me directly. But yeah, that's the app. It keeps everything all in one place. The functionality between the two is almost identical, except for the fact that it runs either on a browser or on the app. Once you're running and set up on the browser, it is quite possible, or quite easily available for you to download the app and then transfer your login details into the app, which will keep everything all in the one place. That's if you're going to use the Discord regularly. But as I said, for joining in the live streams, you won't need to do that. All you need to do is plug in the address. So in this case here, I've already captured that address, so there it is there. Now I'm DY and DZY8 FHE. I'm not going to worry about changing that, because the fact that every so often I may just delete that and put a new one in. If I do that with what they call a named Discord channel, it means the fact that I lose the name altogether, and of course we don't want to do that. I prefer to use these dynamically generated names, so that's why it'll be in the description box in the actual video when we're doing a live stream for you to join. Once you've joined, it won't matter. You're already joined on the channel. If you get banned from the channel, then of course, yeah, I'm not going to go into all the details, but yeah, just don't get banned. It's quite an easy one. Just don't get banned. Don't do bad things. Anyway, so once you hit that and hit the enter key, it'll bring up this particular screen here. Pope Kale, in this case, that's me in the gaming world, invited you to join the Callisto Liberation Front. So now you're going to need a name to use here. Now in this case here, I've set up a test email account, so I'm going to call it test test user. It's going to go into there, and the account has been created. I'm going to say I'm not a robot. Right, what it's going to want to do from there, it's going to actually launch the Discord thing, and it's going to want my email address. So the reason why it's going to want an email address is going to do an email verification. In this case, of course, email verification means the fact you won't really get access to everything until you have been verified. But in my case, I'm going to use tester@dia.net.au. So, and now I'm going to use a password. Now, passwords are a bit of a funny thing. What I'm going to do here quickly is I'm going to generate a random one. So, a random password, and I'm going to claim that account. I'm going to then remember that in the browser, and then it's going to go to my desktop app. Right, so it wants to now allow to open Discord setup. I'm just going to save the file because I don't really want to have the app overriding my current app. In this case here, it's now put me into the Wazza's live streaming. Right now, it gives me a sort of message here. And need system-wide push to talk. Get the desktop app. So in this case here, this app is not desktop app. It's not the desktop app. You can use it without it. Please resend the email and the full instructions. So I'm now waiting for the email verification process. So I'm going to quickly go off screen for doing that because it's going to go onto my regular email account to do the whole email verification. Okay, so here we are. I've now verified the account. I've also logged in on the desktop app on my current account. Now this means the fact that I can't actually show you every detail from this particular tutorial video because unfortunately the computer will only let one audio channel, and currently the audio channel is assigned to my desktop app, and as well as the Streamlabs live stream, the Streamlabs recording program that I'm using here. But it doesn't require me to sort of say I can't show you where you would go and do those things. So quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here. There are some options there that you can. Well, I've already turned them on. The pinned messages, there's no pinned messages. Right, just quickly going through here. This is explore your server. A server is made up of text and voice channels. The text channels are the ones that are marked with a hash. The voice channels are the ones that are marked here with the little speaker. Right, so you've got that. You can easily sort of, once you've got your account and you've verified your email address, you can go in there and you can then create your own server. It is sort of dependent on where you create your server, will give you the best response times. This one's actually hosted in Singapore. It's a central sort of location for my Australian friends, for my US friends and Thailand friends. It's sort of like it's a general hub, so it minimises the latency between the voice channels. So that's why I've got it in Singapore. You might be, if you're running gaming or using it in the States, you might want to choose the States. If you're in, I think, for instance, Tokyo Drobru probably runs his in what do you call it, Japan, because his user base is in Japan. And again, it's the minimum latency between those places. And last but not least, make yourself this is your voice control panel. You can mute your microphone, deafen your headphones, or access audio settings. So you've got that. That's basically where that is the voice connected. Right, and now again, well, here we go. Have a conversation. You can actually, currently when you're joining here, you're only joining as a voice user. I have to then give you permissions to actually write messages, which is something I will do when I'm running the live streams, or whenever you decide to join the Discord channel. I will sort of do a bit of due diligence to see if I can recognize the person. But generally, once I give you sort of what they call a regular user access, then you've got access to the public forums. There's a few private ones. They need specific permissions that I will assign depending on what who the person is. But generally, you're only joining for the Wazza streaming voice channel, and that's what we've got here. And the public channel, again, it's just one of those sort of things. Once I make you regular, you'll be sort of allowed to type in there as well and read those messages. What else is there? Okay, so we're actually up and running. Now, the one thing you're going to want to do, and that's something I can't easily show you here, down here is where you're going to set up your user. This is independent of my channel. This is just your account. You can choose an email. You can edit your name that you want to be displayed as. Right, so I'm going to leave it as test user. You can go in here, you can change your avatar, you can select something from your computer, and it's the minimum size there is 128 by 128 pixels. There's your password there. You can delete your account, you can disable your account, you can enable two-factor authentications. You've got a number of other things here. Most of these defaults will be perfectly adequate for anybody joining the voice channel. The one thing you're going to need to look at though is the voice and video. Yes, Discord also does video, but the video is only really what they call a point-to-point video, something like Skype. I commonly refer to Discord as like Windows Messenger on steroids. Really, there is no difference apart from the fact that we've got multiple channels. When you join a server, as I said before, you can break that down. Let me just bring it back into the Discord view. So when we look at this, so I'll just cover the other screen up there. You've got multiple channels, like in our case here, in my server, we run the Ark game, and these are for our Ark users. Conan Exiles, this is when we're running Conan Exiles. Imperion, which is another common game. No Man's Sky, which is another, get the idea. So these are the games that I commonly play. As I said, once you've got permissions to enter these particular channels, you can join us in those games as well. I just have to know who you are. Primarily, this is just for the Discord and for the joining what they call the live chat. So, as I said, I'm not prohibited to go into those channels, but obviously the test user would be. Currently, the test user there hasn't got their microphone set up because, again, I've got the microphone captured here. Yeah, so what we want to do is we want to show you how to, the push to talk is a method. Now I'm using the right Alt key here as my push to talk method. By holding that down, that will now, of course you can't see that happening, but pressing that down will then obviously activate the voice. Most people joining the Discord probably won't want to use push to talk. If you are, it's quite alright just to assign a key to it that you would be pressing, and it's probably not a key that you would use all the time, like the left control key, the left alt key, the right control, right alt key, could be the tab key, could be the an F1 key. It's totally up to you, whatever you use. You've got to press this little button here to edit the keybind. I'm not going to do it here, but what I'm going to show you here is the voice activity, or the Vox. Now with the it's feeding back. So with the voice activity, what you'll sort of see here is the sound meter there is moving up and down the screen. I can't really show you without, it's, you can see it there. It's the bar is moving up and down around here. So it's testing the voice activity. What you need to do is you need to balance this thing here, so the fact that when you're talking, normally it's above this little bar, and then you slide it down or slide it up, so the fact that it's coming on or going off as you need. Other features that this particular program has, I said it does capture your video. This is my camera here. Now I can't capture the video because the video is being trapped by Streamlabs, but you press this button and it would then sort of turn on your camera, and you can sort of make sure your camera's pointing at you for your face-to-face. But that's only used in what they call the point-to-point video communication, like you would do with one-on-one Skype. There have been talk about adding video into the actual Discord servers, and I know that I've done some testing with it. There are some hacks you can use, but I'm not going to teach you the hacks to enable video capturing inside of what they call a voice channel, but there are some hacks available, but it means everybody has to do the same hack for it to actually work, so I'm not going to go into too much detail there. But primarily that's all you need to do is the voice activity, set the voice up there. These ones here at the top, your output device, you can see what output devices you've got. Now I've got a few. Now I'm just going to select the default one there. I've also got a few input voice channels as well. I've got my Realtek this is the built-in sound system in the actual computer. This one here is the audio on the webcam. This one here is an add-in program I can use for mixing different voices. I'm not going to go into too much details, but as I said, the one we're using is this microphone just here, which is labelled there, the 3-pin PNP plug-and-play sound device, which in my case is a USB sound device plugged into a USB port. I find it's the best one I've got, and so that's the one I'm using. There's not much else. There's other things you can go through here, but for the purposes of this video, it's not required. There are different videos out there to teach you all about the Discord and how to set it up. But for our purposes here, as you can see, the voice activation is running there, and little green things coming up there telling you that it's picking up my voice. When the test user is set up, it would do the same for the test user as well. These are just who's online at the moment. It's at this time of the afternoon, coming up to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. There's nobody really gaming. I'm not going to go and jump into other programs to show you working. That's for yes, there's my message in the public channel that a test user's arrived. There's some other people who have joined recently, and so on and so forth. There's nothing else really to go through. I just wanted to give you the how to join it. It is a very simple thing. Once you set your audio up, you'll be able to sort of talk back into the program. I will be capturing the chat from the Discord. The only thing that you'll need to do when you join the Discord for the voice, you'll actually have to turn the sound down on the live stream, which means that the live stream will be about 10 seconds delayed from what you're hearing with us in the Discord channel. Yeah, we will just be conducting ourselves in a voice a voice chat. It's just like a telephone call, really. If you want to sort of take all the bells and whistles out of all the fancy technology, it's really what I call a party line. I don't even know if they really sort of younger generations even know what a party line is. But it's like a party line. Everybody in that particular channel on the Discord will be able to talk to each other, and it will be being recorded into the live stream. So you'll be adding your voice to the channel, not your video, just your voice, and then we would continue on from there as a voice user. You'll still be able to watch the live stream and watch the live chat. The things we would recommend you doing in there is just popping out the live chat. Now there's no live chats going right now that I can show you that. It's a fairly simple process. If you've only got a single screen, you don't need to look at the Discord. There'll be nothing being passed text-wise on the Discord. Once you've joined the Discord channel, you can minimize that screen, and then from there just bring up the live stream on the YouTube program, and you can either chat there on the right hand side of the screen. Well, it'll be over that side of the screen, I think, but you get the idea. You'll be able to however you set your page up is really up to you. And just follow the chat. You'll be seeing the chat as it's displayed on the actual program. You'll be able to interact with the chat at the same time as me. It's just the fact that what's being displayed to the users on the chat, people who are viewing the program or viewing the live chat, they see the actual screen about 10 seconds after us. So we are, and it's like in effect 10 seconds ahead of time. But that's neither here nor there. It doesn't affect the way the live stream works. So anyway, guys, that's all I want to do. I didn't want to make it too long. I think I've covered everything that you need to know. So it really gives you no excuse not to actually join the live stream, does it? So get in there, and we'll catch you on the live stream. Bye for now. Peace out.